Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A happy Wednesday. Yes, right? Yes, happy Wednesday to you all. I know my dates. That's fine. Or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hope you're having a great day, regardless of whatever day of the week it may be. We have got a full debut on our hands. Miss Yuqi of Idol. Today is the day of the full release of her debut solo project, even though it feels weird saying that considering she's had a solo release already before this with Giants and Bonnie and Clyde, but that's besides the point. I'm not going to get into the semantics of things. Yuqi, one of the most recognizable female vocals for me in recent times, a voice that I absolutely adore, mind you, has solo music out. The official title track for the full release, titled Freak, is out. Technically, this dropped yesterday, but I was very busy yesterday with uni work and I couldn't get around to it. I also believe this came with an album. I don't know if it's a mini or a studio-length album, but I know this dropped with an album. I plan on getting around to it at some point. It's just this week is, schedules are stacked for me when it comes to classwork. And also the release schedule is quite busy, so we'll figure it out. But at some point we will get around to the album. But for now, let's check out what she has done with Freak. So here we go. I'm kind of scared of approaching this. It's kind of a self-inflicted fear, in a way. So this technically is her solo debut, but for me, when it comes to Yuqi's solo music, the bar has been set so astronomically high with Bonnie and Clyde, and it's my fear is I don't know if she's ever going to release a song that, for my musical taste, will even match Bonnie and Clyde. That Bonnie and Clyde, for me, is one of those songs where, if I had to rank favorite K-pop songs from soloists, I would honestly put Bonnie and Clyde way up high on the list. It just works for me. You get Yuqi's low vocals, the kind of mystery, the punchiness of the beat, but you also get her high vocals, and it's just everything about Bonnie and Clyde works for me. So every single time there's an Yuqi release, whether it's her covers and stuff, I'm always a little bit worried. I feel like a part of me is thinking, oh, it's not going to reach that level, but then the other part of me wants a song to reach that level, if that makes sense. So I'm really hoping I can be wowed with Freak in one way, shape, and form, whether it's my musical brain or just me as a whole entity just enjoying the freak out of Freak, so to speak. So let's get into it. Here we go. Now, I have heard nothing about this. Whoa!
The way she's moving got me crazy, got me weak. Yeah, she's coast out, baby. Lip brow got me loca, crazy. And she's straight out the boppa, yeah. So know how she is. Everybody
Thank you for giving us a song that showcases your low vocals again.
Can't take no more. And she got the thing that I'm looking for. Due to my barrymore. I'ma go to town on my friends. She is certified freak. 10 days a week. The way she's moving got me crazy, got me
We're going through various horror movie settings. I like the switch up into the higher vocals for verse 2. Get a little rhythmic with it, okay. There's there's an air of casualness to this song that's surprisingly working for me. I didn't expect it to work for me, but it works for me.
Stop, hold up, wait a minute. Everybody knows that she can freak you with it. Gonna test drive like Honda Civic. Feeling like too fast, gonna speeding ticket. You get me higher. Look in the mirror.
Get rhythmic with it again.
Baby, I'm dreaming, see you making me speechless. That's me. Loving the way you smile. Yeah, everybody wants a little piece. I'll be on the throne. Did you know that I'm the queen?
Yeah, there's a very interesting balance thing going on with this song where, you know, the characters involved are quite dark and sinister characters, but the song doesn't come across like that. Yet at the same time, the song isn't bright either. It rides the fine line really well. Certified freak. Oh, get up there one time, Yuqi. Let's go. Ooh, you got saucy with the high vocals at the end there. Oh my goodness. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that song kind of smooth with it. Like, it's very pretty. Weirdly pretty, considering what's happening visually in the MV. But the song grooves, like, really nicely. And I mentioned earlier, but it rides such an interesting line between bright and pop, bright and smooth, and slow and smooth. Like, it's not a slow song, but it's not like overly bright either, but it's not dark. There's certain hints where it goes a little bit brighter, but it's not like an explicitly bright song that just happens to be really smooth. And that's really interesting to me, because it's almost like by having the visuals for the song, it tones the brightness down because it's using all these kind of iconic horror movie antagonists from famous horror films throughout, you know, cinematography history and things like that. But they're all playing a role in this rather brightly shot MV with Yuqi singing a song that isn't inherently dark to begin with either. And that balancing act is, one, I think really hard to pull off, but two, it's pulled off really well. And I wonder if this is kind of what the sound of this album is going to be, is the kind of chill and smooth vibe. Wasn't the pre-release something similar to this in terms of vibes? Not sound, but vibes. I do want to go to... Actually, we'll go to the very beginning of verse 1, but for me, the fact that we get all the different flavors of Yuqi vocals is exactly what I wanted from a solo release from her, and I'm very happy that we got to hear it. Because verse 1 starts with... I guess this is the hook, isn't it? She's Costa, baby. Lip got me loca, crazy, and she's straight out the bopa, yeah. So know how she is. We get to hear in that lower tone, the lower kind of huskier tone that she's kind of known for at this point. And then you go over to verse 2. Yes. Oh, this might be... Oh, that's bridge, hold on. Second verse, she's thrown it up a gear now. It's got a little bit of power behind it. It's got more of a punchiness to it, but it's also at a higher register now. Okay, so we've gotten 2 Yuqi flavors. Now we move to bridge, when we get rapper Yuqi. Stop, hold up, wait a minute. Everybody knows that she can freak you with it. Gonna test drive like Honda Civic. Feeling like too fast, gonna speeding ticket. And then all of a sudden, you know, she gets really rhythmic with it. Rides the rhythm. feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme kind of vibe. And it's just like, okay, we've gotten a third flavor of Oogie. Okay, where else can we go? Then we move forward to chorus, final chorus, background vocals. It's like you give her the musical freedom to just float on an ad-lib. Like, there are a lot of vocal ad-libs in that final chorus, and she rides the main beat so well with the ad-libs. And it's not just like, oh, little moments here and there. It's practically the entire second half of the final chorus is just vocal ad-libs up top, and I think that's so cool to listen to. Oof. Yeah, that's got me really intrigued to hear what the rest of the album is going to sound like. Well, that also, the album dropped yesterday as well, along with the title track, obviously. So hopefully it'll be, we'll get some like proper radio. I don't know if there'll be like visualizers for it, but hopefully we'll get something in the next few days to the point where when I do get around to it, we can truly enjoy the album. But has it dethroned Bonnie and Clyde for me? At this current point, no. But honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't need to. It just needs to be a song that I can really enjoy and talk about. And those two things, mission accomplished. I thoroughly enjoy listening to the song. I think there's just this nice casualness, nice smoothness to it that I think is becoming more common nowadays. But common doesn't mean like good or bad. If you can do it this well, I'm never going to complain about a smooth song like this. But it's the fact that I get to hear one of my favorite voices from the female side of K-pop kind of shine in multiple ways. And that's always very exciting for me as a multi. But that is it for me today with all me waffling about Oogies Freak. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy in the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.